Hello there, I'm Nicholas, and this is On Listening with Chi Rising Studio. Thank you for joining me today. Today is about complementary medicine, with a focus on energy healing techniques. Now, I know that for some of you this might be familiar territory, and for others it might sound a bit, out there. Wherever you find yourself on that spectrum, I invite you to approach this topic with an open mind. Before we dive in, I want to clarify that this episode isn't meant to be a comprehensive guide. Instead, think of it as an introduction, a starting point for understanding these practices and how they might fit into a holistic approach to health and well-being. So let's start with a fundamental question. What exactly is complementary medicine? Complementary medicine is a group of diverse medical and wellness systems, practices, and products that are not typically part of conventional medicine. I think the term complementary is the key here. These practices are often used alongside conventional medicine and not intended as a replacement. A great example of this is TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, which views the body through a different lens to conventional Western medicine. Neither of these approaches is inherently better or worse than the other, they just see things in different ways. Just like conventional medicine, the complementary field includes a wide range of different therapies and approaches to problems we encounter, from acupuncture and herbal medicine to meditation and energy healing practices. What these approaches often have in common is a holistic view of health. They consider the whole person and not just specific symptoms or body parts. Let's zoom in for a moment on energy healing. Energy as a concept and as a force for healing isn't new. It's been a part of traditional healing systems for thousands of years. In traditional Chinese medicine, it's called qi. In Ayurvedic medicine from India, it's known as prana. These traditions posit that health and well-being depend on the smooth flow of this life energy through and around the body. Energy healing modalities are practices that aim to influence this flow of energy. They're based on the idea that by balancing and enhancing the body's energy, we can promote physical, emotional, and sometimes even spiritual well-being. One of the most well-known forms of energy healing in the West is Reiki. The word Reiki comes from two Japanese words, Rei, meaning universal, and Ki, meaning life energy. It was originally developed in the early 20th century by Mikao Usui in Japan and has since spread around the world. In a typical Reiki session, the practitioner places their hands over different areas of the body. Broadly, the idea is that they act as a channel for healing energy, allowing it to flow where it's most needed. People receiving Reiki often say they experience feelings of warmth, tingling, and deep relaxation, both during and after the session. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking that sounds nice, but where's the evidence for this? And it's a fair question, and an important one. The scientific study of energy healing practices is still in its early stages, and results have been mixed. Some studies have found benefits like reduced pain and anxiety, improved emotional regulation, and better sleep quality in people who receive Reiki. Others haven't found any significant effects beyond what we might expect from other relaxation-promoting practices, or placebo responses. I think it's worth noting here that measuring qi, or life force, isn't something that scientific instruments are designed to do. In fact, this reinforces what I mentioned earlier about how traditional Chinese medicine and conventional Western medicine see things through different lenses. Some might even say that the approaches are so different that one listens while the other looks. This makes studying these practices challenging from a conventional scientific perspective, But the absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence. Many people report significant benefits from energy healing, even if we don't yet fully understand the mechanisms at play. So, why do people seek out energy healing in the first place? In my experience, both as a practitioner and as someone who has received these treatments, the motivations are quite varied and deeply personal. Many people come to energy healing simply looking for relief from daily stresses. Modern life can be hectic, and the deep relaxation offered by these sessions can be a welcome respite. Others turn to energy healing as part of a pain management strategy, finding it complements their conventional treatments in quite meaningful ways. We can look at the NHS, the National Health Service, in the UK, as an example of a conventional health system where energy healing is often available to patients to complement things like cancer treatments. Emotional healing is another common reason people explore these practices. Those of us dealing with emotional distress or trauma might find comfort and release in energy healing sessions. For some, these practices are part of a wider spiritual or personal development journey, offering insights and experiences that align with their quest for growth. And then there are those drawn to the holistic nature of energy healing, appreciating an approach that considers not just physical symptoms, but emotional and spiritual aspects of health as well. Let's take a moment to consider how energy healing relates to our overall theme of listening. In many ways, practices like Reiki are exercises in deep listening, not just with our ears, but with our entire being. As a Reiki practitioner, you learn to listen to the subtle energies present in the body. This isn't about hearing audible sounds or looking for visible signs, but more about tuning into sensations, intuitions, and the unspoken communication between practitioner and recipient. For those receiving Reiki or other forms of energy healing, these sessions can provide an opportunity to listen to both the body and the mind in a new way. In the quiet space of a healing session, we might become aware of tensions we've been holding on to, emotions we've been suppressing, or insights that might have been trying to surface. This kind of listening goes beyond the physical. It's about tuning into our entire selves, body, mind, and spirit. It's about creating space to hear the whispers of our inner wisdom, often drowned out by the noise of daily life. In this sense, energy healing practices align beautifully with what we've been exploring in this podcast. They offer another avenue for deepening our capacity to listen to ourselves, to others, and to the world around us. If you're intrigued by what we've discussed, and you're considering trying Reiki or another form of energy healing, there are a few things I think you should keep in mind. First, like with anything, it pays to do your research. Look for a qualified, experienced practitioner. In many places, Reiki and other energy healing practices are not regulated at all, so it's crucial to seek out reputable practitioners with a track record of positive experiences. When you do find a practitioner, communication should be in abundance. Be open with them about your health history, any concerns you have, and what you hope to gain from the session. This clarity helps ensure that you get the most out of your experience. As you approach energy healing, it's good to keep an open mind, but also to trust your instincts. While it's natural to feel a bit uncertain when trying something new, if something doesn't feel right during a session, it's okay to voice your concerns or step back. Your comfort and safety should always be put first. It's also so important to remember that energy healing should complement and not replace conventional medical care. We should always consult with healthcare providers, especially when we're dealing with serious health issues. Energy healing can be a wonderful addition to a health plan, but it works best as part of a comprehensive approach to wellness. Lastly, I would be remiss if I didn't say just how important it is to be patient with the process. The effects of energy healing can be subtle and cumulative. It can take several sessions before you notice significant changes. Some people feel immediate effects, while for others the benefits unfold more gradually over time. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to health and well-being. What seems to work for one person might not resonate with another, and that's okay. The key is to find what works for you. As we wrap up today's session, I want to leave you with thought. In our modern world, we often think of healing as something that happens to us, a pill we take, a procedure we undergo. But practices like Reiki remind us that we all have innate healing capabilities. Sometimes healing is less about doing and more about being, creating space for our body's natural healing processes to work. Whether or not you choose to explore energy healing, I encourage you to take some time to listen to your body. What is it telling you? What does it need? Sometimes the simple act of pausing and tuning in can be profoundly healing in itself. The most powerful healing often comes from simply being present and listening intently to yourself, to others, and to the world around you. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, this is Nicholas. You can find out more about our studio and our podcast at chirising.studio.